In this episode, we look at how to line mark an advanced custom intersection. Stay tuned. Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. This is the city or town of Prospect Valley. We've just started a pretty cool advanced custom intersection over here, but it's, as you can see, it's still not working the way it should be working. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to finish that off, add some line markings and things like that. Predominantly, we're going to use the intersection marking tool, but we'll also do a little bit of traffic manager president to just sort it out a little bit. So let's pause the game and quickly take traffic manager president and sort out the main movements. Now, some people say you shouldn't be always use these, but for advanced intersection, it's always better to actually use the lane connectors the way you would like it to work. Just because the game's natural AI doesn't always understand exactly what you'd like these various lanes to do, because it's not as straightforward. But okay, so let's do it over here. So what we're doing is we'll just connect all of these. Wow, it is a little bit tricky to get them to connect. First shot, at least. See, it's quite tricky sometimes. And this one is a bit of an awkward movement, but it's not too bad. It's still fairly natural, I think. Anyway, and now over here, so those are the basics, right? But then when we move along to some of these guys, we want to make sure that we're also sorting them out appropriately, because we want to have these sections as free flowing. We need to make sure that we connect each one to their own lanes, like so. So now this movement can run. This will have a traffic signal. And then this one can be free all the time. And we'll have to do line markings. Once we do the line markings, it should be much better. What was that? Anyway, I just want to continue doing a few of these. So I'll just connect them up. I think I'll just do it in the gameplay itself, so that you can see my thought process. So from this one, you will split off to that side. Oh, and there you go. The arrow is actually doing its thing. And when we do this one over here, we just want to make sure that goes to the center. This one goes to the side there. And this one goes to the left. There we go. Fairly straightforward. One or two more to do. This one over here runs in that way. And this one runs in there. And, oh, actually, I can just do that. Oh, actually, that's a way easier way of doing it. So when we click this, right, what you do is you click there. So you don't have to click that. And then you just click the other side. You don't this highlighted area. So there's a lot more size you can click on. Why is this not actually working? Oh, there it is. It was working and it let go. There we go. Now that's better. And we'll just get these to connect. And this one to connect over there. Yeah, that works way easier. I didn't even know that there's it can do it that way. You learn something new every day. There we go. Apologies if my voice is I've been a little under the weather. If my voice is a little funny, I've been a little bit under the weather. So now at least all the movements can be made the way we would like it to be made. Okay, but that still doesn't solve a lot of our other problems. So get out of a traffic manager president. Though, we would like a signal in here, right? So let's switch on a signal over there. So all of these have their signal poles, basically. And we should be able to. They're not bad, actually. They're not bad. Their placement is not bad either. It's a pretty big intersection, but that's okay. So now we've got this signalized. So now these guys should get a stop line. Okay, so now let's get... forget about that. We'll go into get a timed signal at some later stage. But let's use our intersection marking tool. Now, the first thing I want to do, press Ctrl plus space to selection step over. Anyway, what I want to do is I believe we can do a stop line. Hang on. Alt to create a filler or Control to move the point. What? Drag with Control to move the point? Select a point to create or delete a line. My goodness, you can actually do that. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyway, I believe what we can also do... Ooh, let's not do that. Can I... So this one... What did I do? Let's just delete everything we've done. Get out of there. Go to lines. Is that being... Oh, you can offset it. Okay. Split into two. My goodness, there's so much stuff that's coming in all the time here. We've even got some... Oh, we don't have presets. Templates, regular lines, fillers, on-ramps. I think I created some of these, actually. Yield line. Anyway, so what I also think we can do is you should be able to do this kind of thing, right? If you hold shift. No. What does this do? Somehow something's funny over here. I thought there was a... Ah, it's on that side. Okay. This is like a stop line, right? There we go. So if you're in the node as opposed to this section, you actually get the stop line. So there we go. There's our stop line. Similarly, we'll do the node over here and we'll do the stop line. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, you just need to do that. There we go. Stop line over there. And, ooh, this one is interesting because this one is going to be... Okay, we may have to straighten this one out because you can do skewed stop lines. Right? That's not the end of the world, but it's a little awkward if you do it this way. So what we can do is now we can see like it's a little bit awkward that way. And what I also was wondering is what we'll do is we'll just make this a solid line, right? But we'll need to get rid of the other line though. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay. This tool must have been updated a fair bit since I've last played it with it. So anyway, that's pretty good. What I would like to do is just if I have a look at node controller over here, can I on this guy straighten it up at all? So this is the blue one, right? Can we do this, for instance? I think that's... Let's bring it back a little. Yeah, just so it doesn't do that. There we go. Now we've straightened it up a fair bit. Yeah, I like it. Let's get out of here. And there you can see now that's been straightened up. The stop line looks much better. Awesome. What we can do, I believe, is... No, I don't think we can do that. Okay, anyway, that's it. Okay, let's continue with the rest of the line marking. So let's start with the easy part, which is this section through here. So we'll just continue straight through there. What I do, however, want to do is just want to make sure that these dashed lines are a little better spaced, similar to that one. So the space length needs to go up to, I think, at least 3 is what we had, double what we had. Yeah, that looks more natural. That looks more natural. Now, in order to get this to actually work the way we want it over here, what we'll need to do is let's do we want to do a filler. So if we do Alt allows us to do a filler, but no, it's not going to work that way. We'll need to do the lines first. So what I'll do is we'll do a solid line through here and a solid line through there, but we'll put some rules in place so we take out that first section. So let's say from, hang on, from that point over there. So if you do from that, that's the other way around actually. Can't I, some reason, do that, and we'll do it. What? Hang on. Let's do that one more time. Okay. We've messed it up. What's that? Okay, that's an interesting one. Anyway, I want to do over here, shift to get that in place. Now, I just want to make sure that I want it from, or I just wanted to here. Let's just end it over there. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Now, if we go with the other line, not that one, but that one, I want to end it off over here. Oh, crap, the other way around. There we go. Okay, now we've sorted it out. Now, let's do the filler. So if I hold Alt, we'll do the filler, and now we've got that extra point over there. We'll do this filler. There we go. Now, what we want to do is a chevron, and we would like to invert that one. There we go. Now I can't remember which way around it should be. Is that the right way around? I think that doesn't look right. That's right. That's right. For some reason, couldn't remember. Now, what we want to do is we want to offset it a little bit from the median because it's running onto the edge there. So I think if we hold Shift, it goes a little quicker. But see, so something like that. There we go. So there we go. Now we've got that splitter island in there. So now you can easily maneuver into the areas you want. Okay, so let's move on. That's the first one. Now let's do this side. Now we're definitely going to want a guideline to run through here. Okay, and we'll again adjust the spacing to 3. There we go. I think that's the right call. Again, we'll have to do a similar thing. So we'll run this one. No, actually, we can go straight for the filler over here. So let's forget about that because we don't need the extra points on this side because we've got dedicated lanes. So let's hold Alt down. We'll click, we'll go, and we'll get our filler sorted. So that's going to be our filler over there. And similarly, we would like a chevron. There's all kinds of other stuff you can do. If we have a look at Pavement, yeah, Pavement could kind of work, but it's a little awkward. Anything else? Solids? Nah, that doesn't really work for us. We don't want it to be grass. We don't want it to be gravel or anything like that. But I do like the fact that you've got all of this, these options. But really what we're after is a bit of a chevron. We don't have a line though. Oh, I'm just thinking we'll need to put the line in. I didn't foresee that. So let's hold, not control. Let's hold this one down there. There we go. The chevron is a little funny though. Can we left guide, select a guide's first point or a line as a guide? Let's do a line as a guide. It doesn't seem to want to work. Can we, if we turn it? It's really a little awkward. And if we invert it again, it's an awkward line that, to be honest. Okay, but anyway, we're going to leave that for the time being. What we'll then do is we'll supplement it with a solid line. Do you really want to delete line? Do we have a line? Dependent items will also be removed. Filler. So do I have a line then? Oh, we do have lines. Okay, the line is there, but what we'll do is we'll just make sure that that is in fact a solid line. And we'll take the other one there and we'll add a rule and make that the solid line. Okay, so if you create a filler, it automatically creates some lines, but we'll need to sort out that filler a little bit more. But anyway, that's a good starting point. Now let's do this one. Again, this is going to need a bit of extra support and maneuvering. So we'll do a solid line through there and a solid line through here. Okay, so that effectively gives you the area. Now we want to make sure that we end it on that spot exactly, and the other line we want to make sure to end it over here. I believe that's it does the other way around, doesn't it? Let's do it that way. Okay, good. Now we also would like to do a filler, so let's go with Alt, put the filler in place, run that through there. We would like that to be a chevron. I would like to I would like to go to the filler, the chevron. I would like to invert the chevron, and I would like to just offset it a little bit. Again, double clicking the wrong stuff. Now I'm out of the tool completely. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to the filler and just get that off of that a little bit. There we go. Now we also still need to run this line through here and make sure this is at 3 spacing. There we go. Good. Now we still need to do these two over here. Oh, actually all 3 of these will do. This again will be a little easier. Well, let's do the filler instead of the lines once we sort this out. Now, Alt to do the filler. In there, back this way. And yeah, we've got a little bit of extra room there, of course. Now let's get our chevron in place. And that's all right. So let's see if we say left guide is on this side. Does that make a change? Huh? Have we lost it completely? Invert? Some reason, some of this stuff doesn't quite want to work. But anyway, let's just add the filler again. And if we have to stick with the imperfect chevron, we'll just do it. We will just do it. So there we go. Get the chevron in place. That's okay. It's not the end of the world, but not exactly what we would have liked. Then we have lines here now. We'll just add the rules and make them solids. And the rule and make it solid. There we go. Now there is that section. Now let's do this one over here. Moving out of the way a little bit. We'll make sure to get that line through here. And this is actually that's about right. All I need to do is up that a little. Now on this one, we need to run these solid lines again. So let's run the solid line through there and the solid line through there. And we'll just make sure to end it off over here. And for this one, we'll make sure to end it off over there. I don't know why. I did start it on that side. But anyway, that's okay. Oh, it might be the direction of travel, actually. Something to do with the direction of travel. Now let's add the filler, because you needed that extra point to be able to add the filler. So let's get the filler added as a chevron again, please. And that's not the right way around. I think that's the right way around. And now let's just offset it from the median again. So something similar to that. There we go. Now that's done. Last one over here, and then we'll probably put in some guidelines, and then that will be it, really. Now let's run this guy. No, through there. And let's just make this 3. Yeah, that's the one. And now this one will be a filler, to be honest. Let's just do the start off with the filler. And let's make sure to make that a chevron. That's right. That one actually seems reasonable. And we'll just offset it a little bit. Like so. Not perfect, but it is okay. And what we'll do over here is just make sure to make those lines solid. And that's it. And that is basically how you're going to do it. Now, with big complex intersections like this, you do in fact have a little bit of you could have guidelines. So let's add some guidelines through here. So it's basically saying that stick your way through there and make your way through this one and make your way through that one. And what we could also do is we could also try and indicate the areas where there isn't supposed to be any travel. So if I say solid through there, we could do something like this, solid through there and solid through here. Actually, let's try something. If I do this and I go solid through this one, there we go. So this area here could basically become the area. So we could do something like this, and we go solid through there. Then what we'll do is we'll just make sure to stop this one over there. There we go. And we'll go with not that line. There's so many lines here now. That's the one. This one, we will start it over here. Okay, so that's not quite what I had in mind, and we'll end it over here. There we go. And then we want there's one more straight line. It's this one over here. So if we do that, we would like to start that one right about there. So you could do something like this. I'm not sure that is quite what I'm after, but what we can now do is now we can put a filler in here. So we could basically do this. We could do that, right? And what we should probably do is make that pavement. Yeah, and if we offset it, how does it work? Oh, no, that's not the one. What? Corner radius. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's quite interesting. Corner radius of the... Oops, that's... So from a filler's perspective, I wanted to offset from the median, though. There we go. Yeah, so you could do something like this, right? But I'm not sure. Well, is that okay? Is that what we're after, really? We could do that, right? We could do that, and we could do the same thing on this side. Right? We can do the same thing on this side, so it's a little bit more guiding. So that just gives you a little bit more guide through there, because you'll never have vehicles run through there. We could, of course, make it solid instead, stuff like that, or even make it stripes, you know, anything like that. But maybe you could make it yellow, can you? Solid and yellow, right? Yeah, you can change the color. You could do a chevron or a pavement, lift guides. If we do stripes, we can do the stripes as like a yellow follow guide or whatever. So, that's quite an interesting one. So anyway, so you can fill that out a little bit more. I'm not sure that that's necessarily the right thing to do. So let's get rid of that filler over there. And of course, then we've got the lines that we've created. So we can just go ahead and get rid of them. So I'm going to get rid of that line. And what else do I have? I'll get rid of that line. And then I'm still after this line. So let's get rid of that line. There we go. So there we go. So now this is our setup. Appropriately line marked. Now, the problem with this is some of these vehicles take extremely long to get through here, but this should continuously run. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to just double check. Just make sure that we have, in fact, sorted out all of our maneuvers. So at this point in time, there's definitely no... Why are you U-turning? No pedestrian crossings available over here. Ooh, there's something funny going on. Oh, it's maybe because we're messing around with it a little bit. So I don't mind. Let's make sure that these guys can, in fact, run through there. Now get out of here. Let's go in this way. I want to close all of these out. That one's already done there. Now let's do this one. That's perfect. Let's make sure to close all of these out. Yeah, that's good. There's some funny business going on there, which I'm hoping we will. It's just because we're messing around here. Ooh, did I hit a weird button here now? Let's just I just want to make sure we kind of fix all of this. I think it's because we're messing around with it while it's while the simulation is on. That's kind of, I think, resulting in this weird behavior here. Let's close those out, and let's just close these out. Make sure that they are not working. Now, there we go. So, guys, there we go. This intersection is now done. So this is continuously flowing from this side. So we're sharing that lane. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, this is not quite working. We'll need to just double check. So I think what we'll quickly do is let's set up our time traffic light over here, because I think this is we've got some funny business going on. So set up a time traffic light over there. This is going to be a 3-phase. These guys can't actually run together. So let's just make sure we add a step. And this is going to be, this one is going to run first. It will start it at like 5 seconds. And we'll go to like 15. That's just the max time, but more waiting than driving. Someone is driving. Someone is waiting. No one is driving. No one is waiting. After min time, as a lap, switch to the next step if someone is waiting. No one is driving. There we go. That's the one we're wanting. Add that one. Now let's add the next step. Now this one goes down and this one goes up. And we'll do exactly the same thing. No one is driving. I think that's fine. And we'll add one more step. We'll close off this guy and we'll open that one over there. And we'll do a very similar thing there. And there we go. And let's start this one. So now that should all work. Some of this is just really, really slow. There's some kind of issue here. Let's quickly have a look and see what we can see with regards to this. So these roads, can I just make sure that at the very least, let's make this 50. Oh, interesting that it applies it to the entire stretch there. And then I want to do that as well. So let's do that as 50 also. And then this one. Wow, it runs it in both directions. Doesn't say what it does when you hold shift. Show lane-wise speed limits. Okay, this is really slow. There must be something wrong with with the nodes over here. So let's quickly have a look at what we can see in terms of the node. So if we do node controller, something is funny over here. That seems to work really well. Look at that flow through there. That works really well. Very good flow. Now it'll swap over to that side, and this guy is just like tediously painful. Why is that so slow? It must have something to do with this. Ah, it's that thing. It is that thing. So what is this one? This is this. Can we do that? I think that'll work. And similarly, let's just fix that one while we're at it. There we go. I think that'll work. As long as it's green, I think it'll, yeah, there we go. That works much better. Why is this not stopping? Now it is stopping. Guys, wow, there's a lot of traffic there building up. Now it'll go. There's not a lot of traffic wanting to make this maneuver though, which is fair enough actually. Whoa, that guy just disappeared. Okay. That's good. Oh, you know what? We're missing a little bit more over here. Let's quickly sort this out. I want to just make sure that we've got this thing pretty much perfect. So now what we'll do is I'm going to continue that line straight through there. Just make sure we get that at 3 again. And then this line is going to basically go in there as a, and now that means you have to merge in. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Oh, we need some lines over here too. Let's do that. So one solid line over this way, and one solid line over that way. And then, to be honest, we should probably do a bit of a filler. So let's just do a filler in this little stretch here as well. Put a filler in there. That's about right, and we'll offset it a little bit from the median there. There we go. Is our filler. Did we want to? Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just run a solid line from here into there as well, and a solid line from here into there. That is reasonable. What we'll need to do here is we'll have to do this thing to make sure that you're kind of merging back in there. There we go. These guys can split up either way. That's pretty good. That works well. This is all good, apart from the fact that we need to make sure that we're in fact providing that inbound merge there. It depends on the part of the world that you're in, to be honest. In some places you might find that would actually be a line, and that one would not be a line. But anyway, that's okay, and I just want to do that. There we go. There's nothing funny on this side, and then we also just need to make sure that we're getting our lines sorted out over here. So we do that. That's an inbound merge there, and actually we're not after a solid. We're after a dashed line, and we want to make that about 3 wide there. There we go. So that's pretty good all the way around. We still have a little bit of funny business going on over here. Let's get out of that tool, go in here instead. I just want to make sure that we only allow the through movements. Like so. Why are you... There's something funny going on over there, though. And then the other thing that we want to do is put some line markings in place over here. So actually, we'll just go straight solid through here, straight solid through there. And we do need to provide a little bit of, that needs to be solid. We do need to provide some changes to the node here. Now let's just put a filler in place. Yeah, there's a bit of funny business going on. We'll sort that out in just a jiffy. This one, I'm going to try and do the pavement over here. So if we go and say, guys, we'll do pavement, it actually kind of works. Let's offset that a little bit, offset from the lines. Yeah, that's the one that I want to do. Maybe just a little bit, and then offset from the median. There we go. Look at that. That looks pretty good. I just wanted to make sure that we also give our... Yeah, so you need to keep running through there. There's going to be none of this. Now that'll all run. Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now that is sorted out. All line markings in place. These guys are running. They seem to be not too problematic. Now these guys are going. Yeah, we're actually getting a little bit of traffic going through there. That guy didn't stop for some reason. And now these guys are going again. It's working brilliantly. It's working brilliantly. Oh, we've got a U-turn over here. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, we need to do this one as well. So many little things. This can be, you can really have to micromanage this, unfortunately. So let's just make sure to stop that and to stop that. And to also stop the crossings. We don't necessarily want or need the crossings over here. Then I just want to also do this. We don't want any of that. So you have to run straight through there, please. And you have to run straight through here. None of this U-turn stuff. There we go. And let's put the filler in. Let's close that off. Put the filler in. Yeah, we could probably just go straight into the filler. Excellent. I'm having a ton of fun. Detailing intersections for me with these kind of things is quite a lot of fun. I enjoy that a fair bit. Let's do that. We want to offset from the line a little bit. We don't have a line though. And we'll offset from the median just a tad. But I think that's about the right. There we go. So that'll work. Oh, what we do need is some lines through here though. So let's, and probably the other one too. I kind of keep forgetting about some of this. And let's make it like 3. And we'll do the same thing over here. There we go. Lines through there. Any other lines that we're missing? We probably could do some lines over here too. You know what we can do? I'll get the node controller in here now. We can also see there's so much you can actually do to try and sort this out a fair bit to make it look as realistic as possible. And do that. And let's go back to the node controller. So get out of this and go to the node controller. Can I very much please do that? Look at that. Tons better. Tons. That's good. That's fairly good. That's pretty good. This is good. And I believe this has been straightened out. Yeah, that's why it's working. Let's just see over here. Could we? I believe this is pretty much straightened out. Ooh. We probably need, hang on. We probably need to have one more quick look at this. There we go. That's what we need. So let's just close those off. And now that that's all sorted out, now that should work. That should run quite smoothly, I think. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay, there we go. A lot of traffic through this intersection now. And let's just quickly have a look. Did we link up the rest of this? The rest of this is in fact linked up. So we probably need to make some adjustments over here at some point, but we'll leave that for the next episode, guys. What I will do is I'll maybe just square this off, and what we'll do is we'll just offset that a little bit. Like so. So it's a little, looks a little nicer. There we go. There's so much more that we can still do over here. These guys are actually getting in there pretty easily. They're getting in on that side, running straight through town over here, and then getting in on that side. That's pretty good. And yeah, it is working. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please hit that like button and leave some comments down below as to what you think of our new advanced intersection. We could actually detail it. I'll put a few trees in here, I think. See what we'll do. Just detail a little bit in there to make it look a little nicer. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.